Harper Paperbacks and HarperAudio present The Unforgettable Loretta Darling, a novel by Katherine Blake, performed by Erin Shanagher. Part 1. Chapter 1. Jimmy patted down his pockets, then froze, glaring at me. You. Me? You stole my passport, you little bitch. Give it back. Frankly, I couldn't believe it had taken Jimmy this long to notice. We'd already collected our luggage, thankfully deemed unsuspicious by the customs officers who'd sailed out to meet the liner and go through our belongings on board. A passing woman in a fur stole threw us a stony glance. "Darling, the other passengers are staring," I said behind a frozen smile. "Let's not make a scene." "Don't you darling me. Where is it?" He pulled me to one side and I stumbled, still wobbly from the ocean crossing. "Get your hands off me." Reluctantly, he let go. From over his shoulder, I could see a liner steward watching. I wondered how many marital arguments he'd witnessed in his time. Only me and Jimmy weren't married. I'd first bumped into him at Morecambe's Winter Gardens. Albert Mudley and the Sandow sisters were playing. He was leaning against the wall as though he was in some sort of funk, but I went over and asked him to buy me a drink. Some men like that. Cheek. It made them think that I was naughty, which I am, and that meant they'd hope I'd sleep with them, which I wouldn't. "What's got you in such a bad mood anyway?" I asked, sipping my Coca-Cola through a straw. "You wouldn't understand," he said, hands sulking in his pockets. "Oh, come on, try me." I'd already noticed that he had an American accent, and I was curious. Teeth like a row of condemned houses, which seemed odd for a Yank, but still. "I'm having problems with your guys in Liverpool." "My guys?" "Customs." "Oh." I took him in then, good and proper. The wide lapels, the thin moustache and greased back hair. Clichés are usually there for a reason. "You're a spiv," I said over the music. He glanced around. "Keep your voice down." I couldn't help laughing. Didn't have the heart to break it to Jimmy that one look at his dodgy suit and anyone could see exactly what he was. "What you dealing?" I asked. "Stockings." Pointedly, he glanced at my bare legs. "Maybe you've heard of them?" A thought prickled my skin. "So, what's the problem with our men in Liverpool? They suspicious?" Jimmy took a long drink of his beer and nodded. My thought was joined by a few more thoughts, and quickly became a plan. "You know what you need," I said. He stared, clearly confused. "A mule." "Hey, what did you say your name was?" "Margaret." He frowned again. "I don't get you, lady." "Listen." I took a last noisy suck on my straw and indicated for another Coca-Cola. Jimmy would be paying. "What you need is a nice little wife to travel with you. Surely that had to be better than fake bottoms in suitcases. A cover. The veneer of respectability." I'd already checked out his ring finger. "Now, you already have one, I know, but we can pretend that I'm your wife." He swallowed hard. "She's dead." "Oh," I smiled. "Even better." His eyes widened. "How can my dead wife be a good thing?" I spoke even quicker then. "Oh, I simply mean that she won't get annoyed at someone else travelling under her name." "What was her name?" "Loretta." I liked it. "It's a good plan, don't you think?" I coaxed. He looked me up and down. "Are all the girls in this town like you?" I grinned. "Oh, no. There's only one of me." "Thank God." He adjusted the collar of his shirt. It took a little more persuading, but after a while, Jimmy saw my point. For me to come out with him as part of his black market smuggling, travelling under the dual passport he shared with his dead wife. If anyone stopped him, why shouldn't his missus want a bunch of stockings? That had been the plan I'd first shared with Jimmy. The plan that had been perfect for both of us. My plan. But I had to look after myself. My dreams were too important to risk losing, and right now, as we stood by the exit gate, that passport was hidden inside my unmentionables. "Anyone could have taken your passport," I pointed out, trying not to wriggle with the booklet's corner jutting into my derriere. "It never left our cabin." His hand twitched like he
Sample complete. Ready to continue?